Hey guys, welcome back to Human Condition. This video is another video in our biology series. This video is what are brain waves and how do we focus? So this should be a pretty interesting one. I was thinking about doing this video for a while, and it's pretty cool. It's brain waves. Brain waves are essentially like brain chemicals, like our brain chemical series. It's that brain chemicals are how you think and why you think a certain way. Brain waves are like the mindsets behind, or the moods behind the way you think, or like the moods of how you think, basically. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So there's five main topics we'll talk about, five main brain waves. That is alpha waves, beta, theta, gamma, and delta. So yeah, starting off with the lowest brain wave, this is delta. Delta is a pretty cool brain wave because this is like the deep sleep brain wave, and it's hardly active when we're awake. This mindset or mood, thinking mood, is deep sleep and deep meditation. Is highly inactive when we're awake. It's actually kind of dangerous if it is too active when we're awake, because if you have delta when you're awake, it's pretty crazy. You might have a hard time thinking, brain fog. Uh, it's linked to schizophrenia potentially. If you have that, you have very high delta waves when you're awake. Brain fog, depression, and almost feeling like, because it's the dream brainwave, almost feeling like reality you're dreaming if you have too many high delta brainwaves, which is kind of crazy. So yeah. Second one, the delta was the lowest. Moving up to the second lowest, theta. Theta is the daydreaming brainwave. This is if you're not actively thinking, and this is the brainwave right before you go to sleep. So this is like the relaxing and zoning off brainwave. So high levels of this throughout the day is also not considered the best, but it's okay. It's linked to conditions like ADD, ADHD, because if you have higher theta brain waves, you also have a lot of brain fog, potentially depression, or contempt, feelings of trappedness and contentment, contempt because it's an inability to focus, and it can also cause contempt because like the feeling of you wanting to change something but you can't. That would be theta brainwaves. It's also the type of daydreaming when it's not intricate. We'll talk about the one where it's like if you daydream but it's very conscious awareness and it's like intricate. We'll talk about that a little bit. But then there's alpha. This is the middle brainwave, not super highly active brainwave, but not super calm brainwave. This is right in the middle. This is the things you do on your daily routines, and this is the calm brainwave. This is like there's a high and low type. Low alpha brainwave means a calm, subconscious mindset. This is doing things in your routine that doesn't take conscious thought. So like something that you do every day that you don't even think about. Just moving your hands, walking, talking, pretty lit. This would be alpha brainwaves. Not actively thinking in the current moment, but your mind's also not drifting, not daydreaming and drifting, but not thinking, just kind of like chilling deeply. Routines that don't take much thoughts, potentially. Then you have beta, the second highest. Beta is the most average brainwave throughout the day. There's low and high beta. Low beta is what the average person uses throughout the day mostly. This is like active cognitive thinking and being aware of your surroundings. That and high alpha, they switch between the two. High alpha being like chill but focused. Low beta, chill but a little more focused, and deeply analytical thinking and engaged but not super engaged. Then you got high beta. High beta is either positive or negative. People use it when they're required to, like deep concentration, like focusing on like math problems, studying, getting that good grade on that homework assignment, or etc. That's deep studying. High beta also, though, if you're like a naturally anxious person, can be linked to anxiety, because if you're always on like 24/7, that would be considered high beta. So you don't always want to be in this state. You rather go back to a low beta or alpha state. you don't always be stuck in high beta because it can cause anxiety and illness that you don't want to have, potentially. Then gamma, this is the best brainwave in my opinion. This is the brainwave if you like to think deeply and conceptualize, figure stuff out, look through things like through a psychology lens, a philosophy lens. This would be gamma brainwave. Pretty tough, the coolest brainwave out of the group, in my opinion. So this is like toughest one. This one is like if you daydream but actively daydream. For example, if you daydream but it's almost like a movie or like intricate, that would be a gamma brainwaves. It's also that when you figure something out, you're like, aha, the aha moment is gamma, a burst of gamma brainwaves. And it's also active when you try to apply like philosophy concepts or psychology concepts or any type of abstract idea to day-to-day life. This would be gamma brainwaves. The thing with gamma though is it's not sustained like all the other brainwaves, meaning usually when you have a gamma, when you're thinking deeply, you're in high beta, but only those like aha moments, like when you figure something out, is when you release gamma. They're more in burst rather than sustained, unless you're like daydreaming very deeply, like a movie scene or something. Then that would be gamma for a prolonged period of time, basically. So yeah, in conclusion, what are brainwaves and how do we focus? Brainwaves are really cool, pretty lit things. It's basically the motions behind our thoughts and actions. Each brain wave can correlate with different moods. Beta is deep sleep and relaxation. Theta is inactive daydreaming, calmness, but also linked to depression, and maybe contempt, anger, activates in the right side of the brain. Alpha brainwave is the chill brainwave, the calm brainwave. It is the one activated when we're not actively thinking, but not actively drifting off either, not daydreaming either. And when we're just attentive. Beta is the focused brainwave and how we kind of stay focused in life, and the most important one to day-to-day cognitive thinking and analytical thinking. Gamma is the insight brainwave and how we find insights and new ideas to problems. So yeah, also the cool thing about beta, I didn't know this, but beta is also the anger one. So alpha would be joy, the joy be linked to when you feel joy and at peace with like loved ones. That's alpha brainwaves. Beta is anger sometimes as well, and theta is depression sometimes. So alpha, I didn't know this, but when someone gets angry, but in the action way, it triggers in the left side of the brain. And when someone gets angry and they're contempt, like, oh, I can't change the thing I'm angry about right now, or just overall just anger for no reason, that's actually beta in the right side of the brain, which is pretty cool. So left side, active anger, right side, contempt beta, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.